Alright, welcome to the Late Night Apps Not Live Radio Hour Podcast number 14. Hey, shout out to the fact that it's gonna rain for the fucking New Year. Like, alright, throwing rain on the fucking New Year. But, I don't know, you think like, oh, it's a new year. It's a new year. Oh shit, well wait, I mean, yeah, it is, but, you know, all this shit is still gonna be going on, I guess, which I did think about that, but I mean, it's like time. You can't just put like you can't just put like a fucking expand ex expand on it. So yeah, shout out to time and the fact that hey, it's New Year's 3 days. And shout out to fucking sunglasses that when you have glasses, it's fucking impossible to wear sunglasses often. You can't find a lot of them, and I'm sure that yeah, I mean, you just gotta find ones that first of all fit over. And I think it looks crazy when somebody, or I think it looks crazy when somebody has like on, but you can still see through them. So then it does look like, but I mean, if they're dark, then yeah. But the biggest thing is them fitting, because every one of them don't fit. I remember they have the ones that like they have the ones that like transition, where they call them transitions. They transition in the sun, and I just like I don't know if I want to like I don't know if I fully want to just like say, hey, every time there's sun, go to shade. Like, what if you want to see what if you want to see something in the fucking sunlight? You're just gonna have to see it through shade, because that's the reason you gotta be able to take them off. Which I props to like a cool fucking idea, but hey, fuck. Props to the fact that I just realized my fucking collar is not even turned. But yeah, shout out to a good fucking idea, but it's not for me. It's just like the guy that made fucking those HD vision things. You, I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to. It probably doesn't matter because they're just fucking whatever. But I opened one up and tried them on, like at a store, and they're not. It's like, what is even different? It's just like, oh, the world's fucking yellow, and I mean, what are there fucking like magnifying glasses in it or something? Like, I mean, hey, maybe some people might need glasses that they don't even realize it, and then they get those, and they're like, "Oh, this helps a little bit." Well, yeah, that's called fucking glasses, I think. But shout out to like that just being like something you just do, and like I don't know, it's not really helpful, but it takes off. But yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things where like I don't know, it's pretty much just all like marketing, yeah, getting out to the people. Hey, you know what I was fucking saying? You know what I was fucking saying? I told I told you that Netflix is going to be not having The Office no more. They don't even have the rights. Starting January 1st, Peacock. Yeah, you heard it. The fucking bird Peacock. It fucking has a big tail, and it fucking it's a peacock. It's colorful. It's it's also a fucking streaming service, and they're taking, as they should, the they're putting all the episodes of The Office on. They say, hey, well, we got exclusives, and apparently there's a lot of fucking deleted scenes, because I find those randomly on YouTube all the time, and I haven't even seen them. I want to see more bloopers. I like those, which I think they probably has that. That's probably what they mean by fucking extra. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go for any bird, go for a fucking peacock. because hey, I mean, they're gonna get other rights too to only their shows. All and guess what? They got a pretty good fucking variety to take rights to from. So those are gonna be on theirs, but that's the thing. They own it. They do own it as their like station, but it's also like, when is it all just gonna be one? It's gonna be like it's gonna be like Pangea. Shout out to fucking Pangea. They say that the fucking Earth is gonna go float. You know how they say it started as a one thing, Pangea, which I think is fucking crazy to think about. Which is, in fact, yeah. I mean, shout out to um, shout out to fucking Pangea. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna go eventually. It'll take fucking like a long ass time, like probably a fucking long time, like long time. But think about, yeah, eventually it'll all piece back together. Like it'll all just float the fuck around, and then who knows? It'll be breaking. It'll break apart and come back around. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. And then, because they didn't even know the world was like connected to each other. And then one day some guy was just looking at it, and he's like, "Hey, you know what the fuck? You know what this fucking crazy?" And he told his friend, "Hey, guy, these all connect." And he's like, "You know, fucking what? They all do connect." So it does make sense. Shout out to Russia looking. It always is gonna look bigger on a fucking map because they just lucked out. No, I mean, I think it's because like, I don't know. There's different types of maps. I forget what it was called. It had a very weird name, but there's some map that shows exactly like the sizes of it, and I was like, hey, props. Cause yeah, if you look at fucking Russia on a map, it looks like the biggest fucking. I mean, it looks scary, like pretty scary, really. But that's the thing. I think like fucking like 70% of it, or like 60 fucking percent of it is like fucking Arctic shit, and nobody even lives there. Cause I know there was some like warrior guy that like drove Napoleon, I think it is, drove his fucking people into, and it might have been multiple people, drove them into the winter of Russia to like, and kill them off and like win a war. So I don't think it's very nice to be in like 90% of it, because it's like, hey, there's a town, and then fucking 800 miles over, there's another town. Shout out to Japan going on fucking complete lockdown. Nobody in, out, nobody. You can't fucking come in. You can't fucking come out. If you're a Japanese guy, you're good. I don't know. I guess if you're visiting there, they probably keep you there. No visitors in and out, and that should be pretty fucking easy for them because, people just think, oh, Japan. Oh, that's a whole China place. Like that, it's all big. It's just all one thing. Well, it's pretty crazy because fucking Japan is like islands drifting in the fucking ocean over there. They say, I guess they say like Chinese and Japanese people don't like each other. Like we would never know the fucking difference. But they don't even fucking like each other. So they're hoping the Earth keeps fucking floating because they're trying to keep fucking away. They're trying to get away from fucking South and North Korea too. They're like, hey, we all look similar to you guys. But I mean, hey, we see a difference, and maybe that's like true. Awesome, like I don't know, just good old Chinese like racism or something. Shout out to fucking Mongolia. Never realized it was even right there. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty weird to allow it. It's pretty scary to say like, hey, our whole country's fucking shut down, and like I don't know. It seems like I don't know. They're taking it seriously. The whole world's like, hey, because I seen this thing where like New Zealand, they're not much. I don't. They're like very small. But yeah, New Zealand. They said, hey, everybody stay the fuck out, and they did it early. And now they have nothing going on there. There's no COVID. They had a regular Christmas. They fucking just did everything normal. And I get it. There's not a lot of fucking people. Okay. I mean, you're talking 300 fucking 30 or something million people in America, and we're like, oh fuck, hey, everybody's fucking dying. What the hell's going on? And it's like, oh well, I mean, we're not gonna. They say like some like it sounds like some fucking sci-fi shit, like a mutating fucking virus. Which I mean, hey, that's what happens though. I mean, that's what they mutate and shit. It's a fucking virus. I don't know. It fucking mutated. It must have fucking went into the fucking sewer with the fucking Ninja Turtles and it mutated. No, but it does make sense because all kinds of people are doing all types of fucking dirty ass shit and they're all over the world and they all have different methods and shit and different qualities of life, so it all just gets spread. And then hey, you got a fucking African kind, you got a fucking English kind. There's like a specific one in England, and then England said, hey, yeah, we're not, you can't come in. And but they're like, all right, fine. And nobody's coming into New England, I don't think, or not New England, but the original England. Shout out to us for being like, hey, fuck this. You know, we said, we said, hey, England, did you know that we fucking know for a fact now that there is a fucking big ass thing way bigger than your shit way over there? And they're like, yeah, right, man, bull fucking shit. Bullshit. How do you prove that? And then some guy goes there and he's like, hey, look, I fucking told you. And then, you know, they just keep walking and walking and walking and walking. And they're like, how the fuck big is this thing? How big is it? They just keep walking and walking and walking. And then eventually, you know, they're like, holy fuck, it's a whole fucking continent or whatever. A whole fucking country. I think they discovered the whole continent at the time. Well, I don't know. How long have Mexicans been in Mexico? And how come Mexico is right there? Oh wait, no, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, these are all the Mexican stuff. You know, how did people? Who was the first people in fucking Canada? And I bet they're fucking pissed off. I bet they wish they would have walked down a little fucking further and they would have found America. But maybe it was already going on and they were just like, hey, fuck it. Let's take this part, even though it's like fucking cold. And I don't get how, I don't get how the Hudson Bay. Oh, it's called the Hudson River. Because I was gonna say the Hudson Bay is all the fucking way up here. So how the fuck is it the Hudson called the Hudson River? They're like, hey, it's a different thing. But I bet you one thing. I bet you that water up here is fucking fresh. Shout out to I have to fucking see sometime. I have to see the water that's like purely clear, like completely just fucking clear. Or like blue, like aqua, like the shit you see on like a Windows fucking wallpaper or something. Like I want to see the, which it might not be as blue because those are, you know, it's still gonna be edited a little bit, but you know, it is actually not as blue as the other ones. They're like different blues. You think, oh, the water, it's blue. Well, no, there's different ones, and sometimes it's green and filled with trash, which is like a lot of it too. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we said fuck England. We got on a ship and we fucking said, hey, we're going over here, and we found this whole fucking awesome place. And we're like, all right, so there's a little issue. These one guys were here, but we're like, hey, manifest destiny, motherfucker. Like it's our destiny to expand, and then we're like, hey, it's the fucking America now. So, because I mean, think about America if it was half of it. Like if you were just like fucking Europe, and you're like, hey, let's have 7 fucking countries within like the size of fucking West Virginia, and it's kind of cool, but it's like that makes it weird because like around here, you would never just be like driving, get lost, and you know, have to have your fucking passport because you just accidentally drove into another fucking country. I can see myself totally if I lived in like Europe, just like driving somewhere and then accidentally entering another fucking country, which I don't even know Which if I figured out how to do that, then I probably have my passport. So I guess that problem's solved. But I mean, do you gotta carry it? And I see in movies, what if somebody steals the fucking passport? Then are you fucked? Like, yeah, I mean, can you like photocopy the fucking passport and just show that you did have one, or like maybe take a picture and with it, just something? Cause I mean, maybe they can't prove it then or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I wonder what that was like. That's gotta be, yeah, I mean, that's gotta be the craziest feeling. Like, just like not going on a big ass ocean, like in an old boat, an old fucking boat. It's like, hey, this boat is not fucking. I mean, it's fucking made of wood, and who knows what the fuck's gonna happen. And you know how? That's what I was wondering. Oh yeah, the really, really, really old boats. They had like a bunch of guys fucking rowing and stuff. I think that's like real old stuff. But what about after that? How did the boat? Is it still coal? Because I know in Titanic they're fucking shoving coal in there, but I wonder because a giant ass boat. You just picture the wind blowing in, which is what I picture. So did he just fucking drift on over and find fucking America? Like, hey, we're just following the wind, and then God's like, hey, guy, here's a fucking whole continent that's like kick ass. Like, take it. So yeah, I mean, it kind of just like destiny. Like, hey, this guy. But then again, that's the thing. He didn't even. That guy didn't even like do it. He didn't even like. He wasn't the first there. So that would be another question. Who the fuck was the first guy there? Like, truly the first guy, like person or whatever, like race. Who was the first people there? I think I read that like I think I read that Mexicans were there for a long time, but we kind of said, hey, we're gonna take a certain part, and hey, I mean, we got to do what we got to do, but we took the good parts, and I mean, we left them like not that much. And I mean, hey, it is what it is. Sorry, but I mean, hey, I think that seems like one of the most crazy fucking places, definitely. Which I mean, it sucks, but yeah, it seems not. They say you want to go to the what do you call it? The ocean part. Like, yeah, stick to the coast, which sucks, but that's what they say. I don't know much about the actual life at there, because like all I know is I seen a fucking video of a oil place or like a gas place or something exploding or like pouring out gas, and all these fucking Mexicans were going up with gas cans, filling up the gas cans, and there's like hundreds of them getting gas. And I mean, hey, I fucking sometimes you need gas, but I feel it. I've been there fucking a lot of times. I've been there a lot of times, but holy fuck, like it blew up. It fucking blew up while people were getting gas. And yeah, you can assume what happened next. People run, but some people did not get to run, and it's very fucking like yikes. So that's my that's the only thing I know about like actual. Yeah, you don't see much about it, I guess. But I mean, I did search that, but I mean, you don't really know. But yeah, I mean, you do need gas sometimes, and hey, if you gotta risk going into a burn field, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I mean, it just seems so like crazy, like lawless, basically. Like, what the fuck is going on over there? But yeah, I mean, there's no hiding the fact that like it's crazy there. I mean, I think the people that come over here, I think they're like the good ones, because I mean, they got to do it like normally, but they're like, hey, fuck, this place is fucking beautiful, but holy fuck, it's fucking crazy here. So I am gonna try to get over there, and I don't blame them. I don't fucking blame them. Fuck, I mean, we got a lot of shit. I think the whole fucking place is desert. or something like that. I don't know. It's all brown. It all looks like we even took over the new one. We're like, hey, we didn't even give them the dignity to call themselves the original Mexico. We took over and we gave it a new Mexico and we gave it a new England because we had to put a little fucking like mark on what we did. So shout out. I mean, it was just meant to be. But sorry, yeah, we left you like a kind of a shitty spot. But hey, I mean, I was wondering too. I think you can drive all the way from like the tip of Alaska all the way down because it connects here. You would think, you almost think it wouldn't connect, but it connects. And I've seen some weird thing where they're talking about, oh hey, because when you look at a map, you're thinking, all right, what the fuck, like, all right, so it's just like that, but you don't realize like Alaska and fucking this other side of Russia is like almost connected. And I seen something about them talking about building a bridge through it, like. But yeah, the reason it's pointless is because it would be really fucking hard. Yeah, it'd be really fucking hard, and then also, there's just no reason. Cause who the fuck is living on the edge of fucking Alaska, and who the fuck is gonna be in the yeah, I forget they call this place some like scary thing. It's some like frozen fucking forest. So there's nobody there, so there's no reason to build one. But it's just a cool idea, cause then you get a bridge. You get a bridge from, I don't know where you put it exactly. But yeah, what if every country had a bridge and then we're just like, hey, fuck off, we're closing the bridge. But yeah, I mean that would be a long ass fucking bridge. I remember like see I don't know, I seen some things about how they build bridges, but I'm just like, holy fuck, that seems fucking stressful. Cause like you drop your tools, they're going in the fucking ocean. You're never gonna see them again. I mean, how do you get in? That's what I don't think it's possible to build a bridge that far, because you'd have to build something deep enough to go to that part of the ocean. And then if it's that deep, you'd have to have something to stand on. You can't just fucking float and fucking build a bridge floating over the ocean. Like you have to build something under. You have to bring something. Maybe they could bring like a boat. Here's here's the thing though. I'm like trying to figure this out. They probably already have a way to do it because they've had to have done it before. Well, I mean, like, not to that scale, though. That's the thing. It's way much bigger scale doing it that far. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We have I think they could easily build a bridge from Cuba to Miami. I don't know about. Yeah, shout out to Newfoundland. I never fucking thought about that really. The fact that they just called it new. Hey, this is a new. We found it, and it's a land. Newfoundland. I mean, hey, it's exactly what it's. They were just like, hey, we didn't know this little fucking piece was up here. And then there it is, and they're like, hey, you know what? It's a newfound land, and they just connected it all fucking together. Hey, shout out to Al Michaels on Sunday Night Football. He said something I thought was funny. He said, "Stay positive and test negative." I'm like, yeah, yeah. Shout out to that fucking game. I like that it was snowing. It felt cool. And, I expected more of a thing, honestly. The Titans, Chris Collinsworth kept saying that they weren't believing that they could get footing. And, like, the Packers knew they could get footing. And then he was like, fucking go for it. Nobody's slipping. And I'm like, yeah, he's pretty much right. because in the second quarter, like they pretty much seemed like they had more faith in like going for it more without worrying about slipping, and then, but it's too fucking late. And like I seen, they even said on there like that call where they were going for a field goal and it got blocked. The Titans blocked it and brought it back like 70 yards or something, like almost way closer, very close. And then they brought it all the way back and they probably would have scored. And they brought it back on the offsides. And even the rule, so they have like a rule guy that they can both go to because he's like a official rule book NFL guy, and they just like call him up when they need an answer. And even he said that was bullshit. He didn't say he didn't say it like that, but he said he said that it shouldn't have been called. And I mean, hey, it's starting to feel like the Packers are like maybe the new Patriots. Like, I don't know. I would rather not. I mean, hey, it'd be cool to see the Chiefs go back to back, but I would like to not see Packers or Chiefs, honestly. Mix it up. Give the go Bills, Seahawks, and yeah, I mean the Browns. Okay, let's face it. Obviously, I'm going for them, but they have to get in the playoffs first, and they kind of fucked that up against the shitty ass fucking uh, 1-15 Jets. But I mean, hey, the Jets were like, hey, we won last week. We're a little bit more confident, and they were underdog in it, and we are the fucking dogs, the underdogs. But yeah, I mean, it's a little disappointing that they couldn't secure it, but I don't know. Still a hell of a lot better than it seemed in the beginning of the year. Like I didn't even think we'd end up. I didn't even think they'd end up this way. But it actually ended up pretty well. But I think they have. Well, yeah, they have to get one more win, and then they can secure a playoff spot. So yeah, I mean, shout out. But yeah, it's like, yeah, they're saying like the Cowboys, even though they fucking don't really probably deserve to be in the playoffs, if we're being honest, because their division is so shit, they could actually end up in the playoffs. But they have to win, obviously, everything else, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, this is the most intense part because I think the playoffs is the most exciting part of the whole because it all leads up to something. It all leads up to something, and like it's pretty big. And yeah, I mean, the playoffs are the funnest part. The only downside is like hey, I mean, I'm pretty much opting out on any sport until fucking it comes back. I'm definitely not gonna probably care, even if I could, to watch the fucking Ohio State Clemson thing. I've already said like, holy fuck. One of the guys even said on there like he's like our biggest default is nobody respects us. I'm like yeah, because you won fucking 6 games and you're supposed to get a fucking woohoo about it like I mean play a real season first of all. And yeah, I mean I honestly have always just felt like this is coming out with no fucking real knowledge about the conferences or how it works out. But they never ever ever played anybody that big like hard. It's like okay, they're great, but they never play anybody good. And when they do play somebody good, they usually fucking lose. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even. I'm not gonna. I'm not exactly disrespecting it, but I just don't find it that exciting. Cause hey, I seen one time they were up like 70 to like 6 or like they were up like they were up by unbelievable, almost like it's basically like if you put a fucking Madden game on rookie and then changed it to where a fucking college team was in there because it was fucking crazy. But yeah, I mean, shout out to the season being able to actually go on for the NFL. Like, they played it responsibly. Hey, that reminds me. All right, so Dwayne Haskins, he is an Ohio State guy, because they fucking. That's another thing I don't like. You don't get to know the players at all. It's like, oh, here's this guy for fucking 6 games. All right. I mean, they draft really well, so I guess they do have something going there. So, but yeah, I mean, I remember this guy's name, but yeah, I knew him once he got to the NFL more, and yeah, he got cut for going to the strip club. Like I said, he was in trouble. Well, he got cut from the yet to be fucking named Washington football team. Yeah, that's another funny thing Al Michael said on there. He's like, he was making fun. He was like, the Washington football team, the Washington, they're gonna be the footballers. Like, yeah, it's like fucking call them something. Like, I think they should just call them Washington, not the football team. Like, that just makes it sound so fucking dumb. Like, just call them Washington. They're just Washington for now. We'll figure something else out. And I hope that's a fucking cool name. I think I'm excited about that because it's almost like a complete yeah, it's almost like a complete rebranding of a team, and I wonder what they're gonna go with because like their logo and all that could change. Obviously, it will change, and then the team, you know, name will be different, and they probably might change colors, which it might just turn into a whole different team. But that's the thing. They're probably gonna stick with like how they are right now because they gotta finish out the season. But wouldn't it be fucking funny if they finally like somehow that I mean, if they finally won a Super Bowl under the name the Washington Football Team? That would be so fucking funny. I mean, I would root just for that fact. Like that'd be really funny, but it's also like, hurry up, name your fucking team. But they're probably looking around like, hey, we're not in no fucking hurry. Cause yeah, I mean, they maybe got a little time on that, but I mean, shout out. I mean, do I think he should have been cut? Well, I don't know. They have to set an example, and let's face it, this guy, he's fucking taking a risk to spread that to his teammates and then fuck up their whole game. And it's just like, come on. If you're doing it that big, you're getting paid fucking millions, millions, and millions. You should do it the way they're paying you and not fucking do that. Because I mean, I don't know if you should have been cut for it, but they gotta say, hey, this is not cool. Because I know it seems like a little thing, but he could put the whole team and then they could spread it to another team. But they're so crazy with the testing that I don't see how that could ever even happen. I mean, he should have just had to like test and see what happened, and then if he's good, I mean. But yeah, that's somebody that's the worst. That's the saddest part on that Hard Knocks show is when they cut people, because you just know that is like their probably their number one goal, like dream. Because you don't just go to the NFL like kinda, I'll fucking try it. Like you really it's a passion thing. So I felt bad for some of the guys, but some of them get back in and like get to another team, and some don't. And I've looked when they cut people in there. I always look up like some of them that were cut, and a lot of them played a season or two more, but never again. Some of them never even got another chance. But yeah, I think he will definitely get somebody for sure. Absolutely, somebody's gonna pick him up. I would guarantee that. But I mean, hey, he don't. I don't think he wants to be a fucking. Uh, you know, I think he's probably ready for a new team anyway. Cause yeah, he don't want to fucking probably be backup or something. So I would say it'd probably work out for the better for him. But hey, I mean, shout out to Ohio State killing the fucking draft all the time. Because once you get one of them in the fucking NFL, they usually fucking take off. Well, except yeah, some of them get in trouble. I remember a couple of them. But yeah, I mean that just kind of happens. I mean that happens to every place, I guess. But yeah, something that fucking pisses me off that I actually looked up, and I know it's illegal to do this. Well, it's not. It's illegal, but it's like, what the fuck? They don't. They're not gonna do nothing about it. But they say commercials are not supposed to be loud, louder than the network thing, right? Well, guess what? I know for a fact that's been a fucking issue for fucking a long time. Every commercial is at their own volume. Like they just go up and nah nah nah. And it's like, what the fuck? And then I looked it up, and they're not allowed to do it. But it's like, hey, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, and I'm gonna sit there and be like, hey, my fucking commercials are really loud. Like, it just seems like, I don't know. What do you do about it? Because I've noticed that for a long time, and I didn't think it was like illegal. Well, I don't know what the word would be. Uh, I guess illegal, but yeah, it's not. It's not like there's anybody like checking on that. But I always notice that, and it could. I'll admit, it could be my fucking TV. Because yeah, I noticed on that thing when it gets like so like the loud, like when it's loud in the where it's at. I don't know how to explain it. When it's loud in the place, like when there's cheering and all this kind of stuff, it almost combines together and it gets quieter. And then when it's one singular sound, it's like blast. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, I mean that might be my fucking TV. It is a pretty fucking old TV, but hey, I say as long as your TV's flat, ish, it don't gotta be fucking a paper thin, but as long as it's flat-ish, then you're fucking set. Because I mean, yeah, the it's pretty weird to me how flat a fucking TV is now. Like it literally looks like a fucking poster is thicker. A this picture frame is thicker than some TVs now. Like where's it gonna fucking turn into? Just fucking disappear like that? That's what the phones are turning into too. Like they're like, oh hey, bigger, 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 and they're like, hey, let's fucking get rid of a button and no buttons. And then I like the idea of the flipping smartphones, the flip smartphones, because that is a perfect thing. They're fucking huge. So hey, if you could flip it, not only is it a lot more compact, but it also won't break. It's a lot less likely to break. Now, do I trust a fucking hinge screen? What is that gonna look like? How do you fold a fucking touch screen? Well, guess what? Somebody fucking figured it out. So shout out. I always wonder about that. Like, it's so crazy to me. Like, if you don't have the resources, there's only a limit to like what you can invent. Cause like, how the fuck? I mean, where it's like computer chips and like all this kind of stuff. Like, there's no like way to do a real thing like that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know fucking anything about that. What do you do? Just go to fucking eBay and be like, hey, I need a fucking, I need this like green part, and then, but then it's another person's phone. So what do? You just fucking like go out, go, hey, I need some fucking Megatrons and asteroids or whatever pieces they would be in there, and then you build up a phone from scratch. But yeah, I'm glad they came up with that idea to fold it because I think that's like innovative, and that's what I like about stuff like that is like they're thinking about it. Apple's just gonna fucking make it bigger and bigger until they're fucking it's an iPad Mini, and then they're gonna be like, hey, the Mini is not the size of a phone, and they're gonna be like, hey, the Mini is now a medium. It's like, come on. Even at fucking Wendy's, they don't give you that. Like, they're just like, hey, we only got mediums and larges. Because they realize, who wants a fucking small tea? Shout out to the Frosty. I know a lot of people probably have figured this out, but dipping a fry, I've took it even further. Let's just say this. I've said, hey, a fry is good in the Frosty, right? Obviously. Salty and sweet. I like that a lot. The fry's great in it, so I said, hey, let's try a fucking chicken nugget. So I took the chicken nugget in the Frosty, and it's fucking delicious too. And you would think chicken and ice cream. I don't know about that. Fries and ice cream. Potato ice cream? Where is where I drew? Well, yeah, this wasn't even that bad. It wasn't as good as the other stuff. But I dipped a fucking double. What do they call it? A double bacon, or no, a trip. What is it called? Junior bacon. Yeah, junior bacon cheeseburger. Oh, they do have them. They just call them junior. Well, shout out to juniors. Yeah, talking about fucking junior. They gave, if you get a free ticket for a frosty, it looks like a toy of a frosty, but it's like you actually eat it. It's very small, but hey, it's fucking free. And I will say, a little of those go a long way. So they do have a smaller that. It's just like, I wish they made Yahoo big, or Yoohoo. I don't know why the fuck it's always called Yahoo, and I've always called it Yahoo. They're not a fucking website. It's Yoohoo. But I've always said Yahoo, but Yoohoo. I wish they were fucking bigger. Cause think about it. It's fucking chocolate. It's like water. It doesn't need to be refrigerated, which means I don't know what the fuck's in it, but it's so fucking good. That's one of them old school fucking drinks, so I'm sure it's fine. They probably just put chocolate and fucking water, whatever in it, but whatever their secret is, it's fucking good. And that's the thing. I wish they would make Yahoo's bigger. Yoo-hoos. Sorry. Because you get a bottle of Yoo-hoo, fuck. If it's cold, you know it's gonna be warm. That's the thing. Once it's warm, it's fucked. You have to have it very cold. Ideally, you get it so cold that it's just about to freeze, but it's not frozen. It's liquid still. And yeah, I mean, you're basically on a timer. You got to drink it before it's warm. And it's so easy to fucking drink. It's like literally, so it goes down like fucking water. And yeah, I mean, it's basically chocolate water. So, but yeah, I mean, there's really no other drink like that, which I think is cool. And they tried different flavors. I don't know. Nothing beats the regular chocolate one. But yeah, the biggest they make is those like uh, glass bottles, and they're like, "Hey, we want more." Hey, I wonder what it would be like to put uh, Yahoo, Yoo-hoo, sorry, Yoo-hoo in a fucking frosty. That would be. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I dipped a junior bacon cheeseburger into the frosty too. Yeah, and I was like pleasantly surprised. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend that one as much. The nugget and the fried thing, absolutely. Hey, so this is pretty big. So this is well, hey, guess what we're all getting? We're all getting fucking $600. And I mean, it. Look, I don't really get. Basically, he's the guy, the president guy, is trying to push it now to get 2,000. And his own people were against that, and it's almost like he's like, hey, I know that the shit is hitting the fucking fan when I'm out of office. I'm gonna have to fucking leave the country. So he's thinking like, all right, maybe I can pay these with his true like mob fucking mentality. He says, hey, I'm gonna try to pay these fucking people off. That's what it feels like. And like, hey, even the look, I can't say I have like lost income that much but yeah, I know a lot of people are struggling. Obviously, I need fucking income, but yeah, I mean, I see people that have to pay their rent and fucking feed their kids and shit, and it's like, holy fuck. So it's just sitting on his desk, and it's like, God, fucking sign it. I get it that 600 is really not that helpful, but it's sitting there, and that's what they passed. That's what your guys fucking agreed to. So let's just get it. Give people some fucking relief, because even though it's not desperately needed to me, although much, much fucking appreciated, and I'll put it back into businesses. I'll do my best. I'll put it back into the right places. That's what it's for. It's called a stimulus fucking package. So yeah, I'll try to stimulate the fucking economy a little bit, get that fucking bitch going again, and do my part, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not it's not like he's really that concerned about anything because you know, even though you even though you lost, you still technically have to be the president until inauguration day or whatever it's called. And he just completely opted out. People are dying. He don't. I mean, he's playing golf and stuff. And I know they say that about everybody. They go, "Oh, how much does he play fucking golf?" But this guy owns a fucking golf course or something. Like, yeah. So yeah, I mean, he's basically golfing while a paper that can feed people and pay their fucking rent is sitting on his fucking desk, and he's just like, ah. So only under the pressure of shutting down the whole government and making him look even more like the fucking clown he is, and going out even more sadly and embarrassingly, he decided to sign it. So he signed it, and now he's still trying to get them to vote. And I heard on there that they did approve it, but that was the first thing I heard about it. So I want to like, because he said at the end like someone still voting. I'm like, well, I thought you just said they voted to approve it, but maybe it's just someone I don't understand. But it sounds like they approved. So yeah, we're gonna get 2,600. That's what it sounds like within a week. Now, I don't think it'll be that fast, but I mean, hey, I'm fucking down as fuck for it, and I'll do my part by stimulating the fucking economy, and people can eat and continue to live, and things will go. And it also did like extended eviction things where they can't evict people or whatever. And yeah, people could have got if that didn't get signed and the government shuts down, then people could have got evicted. You know, people fucking starving. I seen a thing where someone I seen a thing I can't even remember where, but I think a sign or something where it said food. Wait, uh, something like food deprivation or something is suicide or something like that. Like people, it made I don't know what exactly I forget exactly what they said, but it made me think people are like, okay. It made me think that they're trying to say like, there's somebody out there going like, all right, so I'm out of food, I'm out of everything, I'm gonna fucking end it. Like that's what it sounds like they're saying to me. I'm like, well, shit, that's pretty fucking sad. So let's give people fucking money, because I mean, hey, we gotta. I mean, it makes sense because nobody's been spending. Well, that's the thing. Online stuff is crazy right now. That's the thing. It's not even. It's not even like his fault really. But that Bezos guy, yeah, he is majorly profiting off this fucking virus, like majorly. But I mean, it's not really his fault. He just happened to have the right fucking business at the right fucking time. But yeah, I mean, right. I noticed right during the pandemic is when you start seeing. That's when I started noticing Amazon trucks everywhere. And yeah, I mean, I think he's. I hope he's. I think if Freddie's doing good with that. I heard his wife donated like a shit ton of money, and it's like, hey, that's nice and all, but it wasn't even yours, so you probably should do that anyway. And I mean, there's just a certain amount of money a person fucking needs. Like you got if you have enough to fucking live forever and buy anything you want, then you really don't need any more. And yeah, there has to be some like idea of like, all right, this is like enough to where I can start giving way more back. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people that think like that, and I feel like that's what I would try to do. I mean, I definitely don't. I don't know. Even if I had all the money, I would still probably just get an apartment or like a small house. Like that. That seems like. I mean, I think it seems very empty and fucking cold and sad those giant houses they buy, like, I mean, it's all just for show, really. And how can you even use that much of your house? How do you use that much of? As long as if I was gonna do that, the most biggest thing I would do is probably put a fucking movie theater in that house. That would be pretty large. Or maybe I'd build like a fucking pole barn and put a fucking movie theater in there. But yeah, I mean that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean that's what I would probably think of is just like an apartment. I just would love the idea of leasing an apartment knowing you're set. Like you don't gotta be like, oh, fucking rent. All right, I gotta fucking eat toast for a week, and yeah, I mean, I don't, it's just a terrible feeling. I don't ever want to feel like that. So, but yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool. And I think a loophole in that is, I don't know, knowing an apartment manager, because yeah, they could probably just get you one for free. I know somebody that, yeah, like reset the apartments uh, after somebody moved out, which I think would be a not a fun thing to do because people leave a bunch of heavy shit. I left a couch and a fucking table, and it's just like it's just not even worth it. It's like, hey, I picked up this couch on the fucking curve, and it was really nice, but yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's just not worth it taking all that and like, yeah. Then you get a free apartment that way. But that seems I don't know. Apartment is kind of like a hotel, but it's just like more permanent. But yeah, I mean, I think the land is the biggest thing. That's the thing. I would want both. I want the land too. I gotta have the fucking land, but I would have like two spots. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I would want land too. Because you can do whatever the fuck you want with it, and that's the best part. It's like, hey, it's your land, and that's the thing. I want to know: is there a way to actually 100% own the land? Because how can you tax fucking grass? Like, they're like, hey, our yard goes back this far, and you gotta fucking pay for it. It's like, all right, well, that's just where it goes. But I guess if we didn't do that, then someone could build a house directly behind us, which would be really weird. There's like a fucking another house in our backyard. But yeah, I mean, I think it worked out perfect, really, because it loops around. We got all that. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely. I definitely go for something like that. And yeah, I mean, shout out to being able to pass that. And yeah, I mean, shout out to him for fucking, shout out to the guy, president guy, for at least trying to do something good. I mean, I'm glad that even though it's all for his own fucking reasons, it's actually helping people. So, he had to agree with the Democrats to fucking get people to like him again. It's like, all right, well, hey, that's fine and all, but we're good. We need a fucking break. In 10 years, if you want to go on a late night show, go ahead. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, it just feels weird to fucking like hate a guy, but it's fucking been crazy. Like, I've never seen the world be like this. It's like pretty insane. It's not all his fault, but fuck. I mean, sure as fuck ain't helping. And it's like, yeah, we need to get into some like we need to get back to fucking reality here and have a real president. And yeah, I mean, shout out if he does get to 2000. It sounds like he did. And yeah, I mean, thank you, but thank you. But yeah, it's like that's what they were trying to do. That's what the Democrats were trying to do already. And it's like he's like, oh, I gotta change teams here. It's like, all right, God, thank you, but you know, You gotta remember, guy, you're still the fucking president until, you know, January 20th or 21st or whatever. And it's like, you know, be that, because people are dying. I mean, you should be. If I was in my position, I would be living it up at the fucking White House. I would be like soaking it all in, like no matter what. I'd just be like, wow, and go out with some dignity. I mean, that's what I would want to do. I would not want to kick and scream the whole way out. And like, what's been done is done. So it is written already. And uh, yeah, I mean, thanks for the 2000, but hey, go into fucking hiding for a little while because I think it's gonna be not too pleasant for you coming up. People are like, holy fuck, this has been a fucking hell of a ride, and we are almost out of it. And sure, shit's not, like I said, shit's not gonna instantly be like normal again. It's gonna take a little while to get back to the world being normal. The whole world is fighting this virus, so we gotta do our part too. And yeah, I mean, I feel weird saying it, but I honestly still am like weird about the vaccine. I don't know. I feel weird about it. I think I would rather everybody else just fucking get it, and then I'll just like be immune or something from everybody. But then again, it's like a free pass to things. And but yeah, I mean, I still feel a little weird about it, but I don't know. And that's not uncommon. They ask people all over the world. They ask people in Russia. They ask people in China. They were asking people everywhere, like, how do you feel about taking it? And they're like, I feel worried. Every single country was feeling that way. So yeah, I mean, we're all in this together, and we're all trying to figure it the fuck out together. And that's what I think is like, at least the beautiful part of all this is like, it really is gonna bring everybody together. Like, hey, we're all just fucking people. We all can catch this shit. We all are the same people. We're just all across the map and different colors. But hey, like I said, that's just based off where the fucking sun is. So yeah, I mean, I like that we're bonding together. Well, we have to be apart, but we're coming together in a lot of ways. And the world can keep doing that. And, just so we can take care of the world because everybody has to do it. I One guy doing something isn't going to do anything. So there has to be a world where we can do it properly and like, you know. But yeah, I mean, shout out to that. A shout out to maybe by summer of next year or 2021, things will be somewhat back to normal. That's the hope. And yeah, I mean, it fucking sucks, but I'm gonna do my part or try to. But yeah, I mean, the whole world coming together on something is like special, and it's like, hey, this is we gotta all be there for each other throughout the world. And that thing about New Zealand, they ordered a bunch of vaccines, and they say, hey, we're gonna share them with like neighboring countries. So that's just like people taking care of people across borders. And yeah, I mean, I think that's the like human way, because just because we all found different pieces of fucking land in the ocean, so some guy fucking 900 years ago sailed up on a fucking rock, and it's like, all right, so his people own it forever now. It's like, all right, well, yeah, they do, but well, we all still are like one world, still one world of people that gotta take care of each other, and yeah, hoping for things to just end, and I really would, yeah, I hope by the summer that it would be that way, and yeah, I mean, shout out. So shout out to $2,000 checks. Thanks, Trump. See ya. Appreciate it though. Shout out to fucking Sunday Night Football. Shout out to the Packers getting two penalties that could have got the Titans an opportunity to win the game. So that's bullshit. Shout out to The Office on Peacock. Get fucking Peacock. Flock to the fucking Peacock. Shout out to loud ass commercials. Hey, turn that shit down. Hey, we hear you. If I wanted to fucking hear the ad, I'll turn it the fuck up. And shout out to Dwayne Haskins. You'll find another team. All right, this is Late Night Ops TV, Late Night Ops Media, Late Night Ops Pod. This is the Late Night Ops, and I will see you tomorrow.